Hi guys, this is Perry Angela, BlueBonnetLove.com, and today is our every Thursday Bluebonnet Bloom status update for the entire state of Texas, and it's exploding out there, guys. So we have a lot to say. We don't have our detailed map. We have had no time to get the detailed map done, but we'll bring up a Google map and with the cursor, just circle places we're hearing about. I would say that anything south of Waco, draw a line across the state south of Waco. I think it's time to get in the car, drive around. The Facebook page is exploding with reports. I know a lot of people haven't been sending us our official sightings reports through our website. It's mostly coming through our Facebook page, but we've done something different this morning to help those of you out that watch us and look for sightings on our Facebook page. But do not belong to Facebook, because we can completely understand why you might not belong to Facebook, because I gave up on my personal profile a long time ago too. So we've done something to help you guys out as well. We also have some announcements for our Facebook followers and stuff, things that we need you to do. But then we're going to quickly get to the map and tell you guys things that are going on, kind of give you updates for those fields we've all been watching. And yes, as soon as we're done here, I'm out of here and I am going straight to Muleshoe Bend Recreation Area near Spicewood, Texas, in the Texas Hill Country. I'll also try to go all the way around the Colorado River. For those of you that are familiar with that area, you can't get a straight shot from Muleshoe Bend to Turkey Bend, but I'll try my best to check in on Turkey Bend as well. I haven't been to that field before, but I've seen pictures the last couple of years. Woo, woo. Come on back, come closer, get in the middle. Okay, there we go. So anyhow, let's get started on announcements. First of all, and we'll show you this when we cut to the screenshot. I'll kind of take those of you that are on the website a lot, I'll take you through how to look at that front page of our sighting section of the website. But the big thing this morning was I finally created a page that feeds our Facebook conversation onto the website. You guys do not know how long I have been trying to get that together, and fortunately, technology is catching up with us, and we are able to subscribe to services that allow that to happen. So for those of you that just don't get the Facebook thing, totally understand. Now you can watch all the Bluebonnet conversation. It has exploded this year. Would you say so, Kathy?
Definitely.
I mean, we just turned over the odometer of 25,000 people in between the time we packed up the laptops from downstairs and came up here to the upstairs to make this broadcast. So we're at 25,000 and something and some change on the population of Facebook page. So we are going to start becoming our own city in the state of Texas. They might start charging us taxes or something. I don't know. We'll see. But so we'll show those of you that watch us from the website, we'll show you how to interact with that page and how nice it is. Also, to the people on Facebook, gosh, I thought long and hard about this, Kathy, and I haven't been doing it for the last 4 years, but I have now opened up and allowed the followers to post pictures and videos to the Facebook page, Texas Bluebonnet Sightings, to make your reports, to make your sightings reports, and only that. Those of you who like to tap into our community so you can make a sale here and there, ain't happening. I watch it and I delete you. So if you ever wonder why you're getting deleted, it's because you're trying to tap into all this work that we've done. All right. So when you post your photos, if you do not give a specific location details, and you're driving everybody crazy by not telling them exactly where it is, and I have to answer all those questions, I'm going to delete it too. I don't know. I'm in a mood today, so
also
I'll try
make
to
sure
calm
they're
down.
current. This season's pictures.
Yes,
Not last season.
But we welcome any pretty Bluebonnet pictures from any season on the Bluebonnet Love Facebook page, and I'll remind you guys where that is as well. So I'm just wondering how this is going to go, but now I have a whole nother feed I have to watch and share. But I think it's going to help out on all the messages I get behind the wall and all the people like, why can't I post my photos to here? we're going to move on from that. So hopefully that'll help out. Also, you guys need to really consider making the official sightings reports on the website, especially you pro photographers. Something I did this season is on the report form, you are allowed to put your website, put it in, you know, I show you how to put it, how to write it and everything. And when you submit that, that sightings report, it automatically creates a link to your website. Okay. So those professional photographers, you should know what that means. And I don't think I'm gonna have to spell it out for y'all. So get with it, start following, you know, I've written out photo guidelines on the website and stuff, but start making those official sightings reports and you will have a permanent home on bluebonnetlove.com. So I hope you guys understand that. You get the hint part of that. So, oh, also when you're uploading your sightings report photos to the Facebook page, no call to actions for people to buy your work or anything like that, and no links that take people off the page. Upload the photo, give the location details, that kind of stuff, and I think everything will go just fine. Okay, those of you who like to spam my page, not going to happen. I'm going to delete it. All right. Okay. Any other announcements? I would summarize this weekend, this coming weekend. Like I said, you live south of a line, east and western line drawn through Waco, Texas. Get out in the car, check it out, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And southwest of San Antonio is just,
it's still ground zero,
unbelievable.
guys.
So if you want to see great flowers, get down there. They're fantastic.
Oh, we got summonsed out to Castroville, Texas, which is west of San Antonio on Highway 90. By a reporter from the San Antonio Express News. They wanted to interview us and stuff. Oh, so those of you in San Antonio or anyone who can buy a San Antonio paper, we should be in the My SA section this Saturday, Easter weekend. Hopefully I'll be able to see that article. I hope they get the San Antonio paper up where I'll be. Yeah. So anyhow, we went on out there. We thought we were, the reporter wanted to ride with us and get a sense of what it's like to be on the road chasing bluebonnets with us. And we kind of thought we were going out there blind. We really weren't doing too much research. There we go. Too much research on the area, but hey man, I was like, okay, let's drop down FM 471 from Castroville. And we were headed to an OMG field we already knew off Kinney Road, just in case everything fell apart on us, you know. We found beautiful rose prickly poppies along FM 471 right before you come into Lytle. Supposedly they're not rare is not the right word, but they're not found everywhere.
First time I've ever seen
them. Oh,
them.
same here. I think so. Or at least it was the first time I saw it and I knew what I was looking at. Yeah. I'll say it that way. Maybe I saw them when I was a kid and just didn't
I've seen the white prickly poppies everywhere.
Yeah, the white ones, yes.
But never the rose.
Yeah, exactly. The rose. They're kind of anywhere between a pink and a magenta color and stuff. Yeah. Oh, also Castroville poppies. Oh my gosh, y'all got to get out there at the visitor center off of Highway 90. And then there is this house on Florence Street. You know the name of the house? It's this old cabin from the 1840s. And it's like the oldest cabin. We're looking at a laptop.
It's the G.L. Haas log cabin.
And anyhow, that's on Florence Street. You cannot miss it. So drive down Florence Street. It's further west. Florence Street is further west from the visitor center, like across, I think that was the Medina River.
I think it was the next, wasn't it the next?
It was the next one.
It was at a light.
You cross the Medina River and then it's on the left-hand side, Florence Street. Anyhow, the owners of that property are so nice. Sally and Lloyd. And they, believe it or not, I don't know how they do it. They welcome people onto the property to take photographs. Yeah. Now, here's one thing. They are trying to restore that old historic cabin. If you guys go down there, especially you professional photographers, if you go down there and you're in their property or you're shooting their property and stuff, they are trying to restore that cabin. So it would be really nice if y'all would make a donation to those efforts. Those people spend a lot of time making a beautiful.
They do. And they've mowed paths for people to walk through.
Yes. So there's no stomping the poppies over there. Okay. But definitely if you're over there shooting pictures, definitely consider making a donation so they can get that cabin restored, because it is a historic building for the state of Texas as well as Castroville.
1800s?
1840s.
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay. Come together now. All right. So anyhow, yeah, so we kept on headed south on 471, stopped off for a restroom break, asked the people at the local convenience store, and they gave us a good tip to what we've been promoting the past couple of days as a triple OMG field. Yeah. It's located on County Road 6722, just east of IH-35 at the Natalia exit. And we have a video out there on our YouTube page. We have not had a chance to put it and embed it on the website. We put it out to Facebook as well. And Kathy came up with the idea. I stood up in the car through the sunroof, and I shot a video of this field. And guys, to show you just how long the field goes for, the video is 4.5 minutes long. And Kathy wasn't driving real slow either, because she almost lost it at one point, but I'm okay. I'm okay. My mom knows I'm okay too, so I survived.
You survived.
So anyhow, so anyone in the southwest of San Antonio area, I know we've been talking about it, but that's where we've been, so y'all have to just deal with it. And then we'll talk about the different areas of Texas. All right, we ready? Right? I think I've said everything I need to say. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. God, a screen share. You would think I don't do this every day. All right, here we go. Oh, I gotta hit that button. I always forget that. Okay, there we go. What? No, we don't want that showing. Why is that happening? Oh my God. Wait on a minute. Let me change something on that. Okay. Oh. Sorry guys for the technical difficulties. There we go.
Not our best side.
Now I can present to everyone. I'm hoping we weren't presenting at that time. Okay, let's start talking about the state of Texas. And like I said, I apologize for not having everything marked. It's been a very, very busy last couple of days. So as we've said, ground zero in the southwest of San Antonio area. So this would include Interstate 35 down to Moore, Texas, over to Poteet, and up to the Somerset area. So where I'm actually circling the cursor is ground zero, southwest of San Antonio. We've posted enough on that. Also, that's our Bluebonnet Frolic report on the website as well, from the 28th through the 29th of March. Also had to do a little bit of cut and shoot. Sounds like southeast San Antonio. We at first thought maybe it would be a wash. We have not personally had a chance to get over there, but it sounds like it's blooming nicely now. It was coming in just a little bit late. So for those of you who are traveling from the eastern parts of the state trying to get to ground zero over here, definitely turn off at Seguin, drop down and explore these roads, these back roads on your way to Poteet and Somerset. We did hear, though, that New Berlin Road and also the Lutheran Church over there off of Church Road, we heard that it wasn't very good. So for those of you that are familiar with those roads, sounds like, you know, if you decide to check them out, just do it with a word of caution, okay? So it sounds like everything southeast of San Antonio, over through Stockdale, on down to Jordanton, over to Vine, and then up through San Antonio are doing really nice. Also, we heard from the I-10 corridor, those of you traveling along that, it is blowing up nicely, especially in the Luling exit. That's 183 and I-10. That's where that big Buc-ee's is on the south side of I-10. And also, I think there's a Love's at that same intersection. We got a report that the Hillside field that's on the north frontage road is doing really well. And if you've got to get those in the Bluebonnet pictures, we definitely recommend this one. And I'll zoom in and kind of show you guys where to be for that one. All right, notice how Buc-ee's is so big, it appears on the map. So you guys can't miss this exit. It's 183. They call it the Luling exit as well. Here's the Love's travel stop. So what you do is all along this frontage road right here, there is a big field that is between the frontage road and Interstate 10, and it is usually blanketed in bluebonnets. And I heard that it was really nice, Kathy. And it's one of those places where everyone can sit on the hillside, and when you take the photograph, it looks like there's nothing but bluebonnets behind you. So that's a good place. Those of you coming from the west, you'll take the north exit down 183, go past the Loves, and you'll take this alternate 90 frontage road, and it'll take you where you need to be. Those of you coming from the west, just get off like you're going to Buc-ee's, go under the overpass, and then cut back over there as well. Also, there's a really big bluebonnet field here in the pass. So if you want a nice sweeping spread of a bluebonnet field, that's a good place too. So we do not promote, or we have no sponsorship from Buc-ee's or Loves, but you guys definitely be on the lookout for that location if you're wanting to get bluebonnet shots while you are on Interstate 10. Also, we heard that Schulenburg has masses of bluebonnets. We heard about Flatonia, which is this exit right here. There's a great cemetery just south on 95. So that's a nice place to get those kinds of photographs, headstones, and bluebonnets. We heard from someone that said, yeah, it was blooming really nicely. And then Schulenburg is where we heard there were masses of bluebonnets in the median and along the side of the road. Do not pull off of the Interstate 10 highway to get your photographs. Instead, take an exit, take the frontage road, and keep your youngins under control, guys. Everyone in Texas knows that I-10 is a very high-speed freeway corridor, so definitely be on your best behavior. Those of you who want to take a more leisurely pace, we heard that alternate 90 right here through Weimar, or Weimar, I'm going to say Weimar because I know that's how it's got to be pronounced. And anyhow, so that might be a nice alternate route if you're a little tired of all the chaos that's known as Interstate 10. Also, typically Columbus is a great interchange for bluebonnets as well. And if you're wanting to just get off the beaten path, or you're on your way to LaGrange, taking Highway 71 in the past, this has been real nice. And also, I do know of a couple of fields. There's a field right here off of Highway 77, and then there's a really nice field along here as well on your way to LaGrange. And if you go to LaGrange, make sure you get some poppy seed kolaches for me, please. I'm missing on those. All right, so Sealy, you know, sometimes it has bluebonnets, sometimes it doesn't. And then as you get further into the Houston area, you won't see bluebonnets as much. At least that's what our Katy followers tell us, because they can never find a bluebonnet field. All right, Clear Lake people, got another field for y'all. It is the, let me see, it's the Gateway Community Church off of Clear Lake City Boulevard and Crescent Landing Drive. So those of you in the Clear Lake League City area, we have another report of a field for you. And where I'm dropping these little markers says that's not where fields are. And then keep in mind there is the Lawrence Road and Highway 96 field. There was some confusion earlier last week as to whether or not that had been mowed down. No, we're seeing photographs of it. So no, it's not mowed down. Also, people in the Woodlands, we heard that Creekside Park over there in the Woodlands, I know it goes by another name, something like Joe Fletcher Park or something like that. Ropes have come down in that field, and people are starting to get photographs in there too. Guys, don't stomp either one of the last two fields we just mentioned. Those are highly stomped bluebonnet fields, and y'all need to quit doing that. Okay, for those of you that have been asking about Brenham, Washington County, Navasota, Whitehall, Grimes, and Montgomery County fields. Well, you know, we've had some people going out there. One person, give a shout out to Brian Bockham. He sent us a report over the last couple of days that he checked out the Whitehall field, and it doesn't look like it's doing too good this season. It had bluebonnets already blooming, but they were small. And let's see, Whitehall is off of 6 over here. And that it's mostly Indian paintbrushes. It also looked like the grasses have gotten ahead of that. Field. I'm looking for the field, but it's beyond me now in Google Maps. But Whitehall, for those of you that know that field, it's not doing too good. I have heard nothing about the Navasota Highway 6 field, so that must mean it's not doing too great, because otherwise people see that one from the road. It's the one that had the hay bales a couple of seasons ago, so that one's questionable. And then I have not heard anything about the Chapel Hill Highway 290 North field that's next to that rustic furniture. So it doesn't, you know, whether or not it's just too early or whether or not they're going to be any blooms in that field, we're unsure. We did hear that there were lots of plants along this road here, which is 1155. Also, don't forget, second weekend in April will be the Chapel Hill Bluebonnet Festival. Okay. And so, yeah, we looked at Brenham's website, the Visit Brenham, Texas website, and, you know, they did list some roads that you guys could try out. We do know that there are bluebonnets and bald eagles, Kathy, at Lake Somerville. So you guys Google that lake, maybe give them a call ahead of time and find out the locations where around this lake that they've got the bluebonnets and the bald eagles. We shared a picture on our Facebook page of that one earlier this morning, so it sounds good. We're going to put the Brenham, Washington County status kind of at probably still a little early for those of you looking for those big, large, spectacular fields. We're uncertain whether or not they'll come in. And Brenham bluebonnets usually prove us wrong most of the year, so still have hope for it. But if you have to get out there because you have company or something like that, there are blooms on the ground. Just ratchet down your expectations that there probably won't be large, huge stands or anything spectacular right now. We do know that Old Baylor Park in Independence, they were blooming with bluebonnets, but nothing that was thick and impressive from previous seasons. We think that field's starting to get a little stomped, so y'all need to keep off those bluebonnets on that field. Okay, so let me back up. New Braunfels, you guys are blooming. We've had reports of bluebonnets in the New Braunfels area around Loop 337. Is that the loop in there?
I think it is.
I want you guys also, I want everyone to realize that I do all of these hangouts and Bluebonnet Frolic reports off the top of my head. So if I get a road wrong, please just be gentle with me. Darn, I'm doing this at the seat of my pants. So yeah, here's Loop 337, which also combines with 46. So just drive that loop and you should be able to find pretty bluebonnets. And we did have an official sightings report of bluebonnets in this area of 46. Go to our website to see that official sightings report for specific location details. All right, North San Antonio, Kathy, how would you describe North San Antonio right now?
The grasses are getting above them right now too. They're starting to, and other wildflowers are filling in the Indian paintbrush, the Indian blanket.
Indian blanket starting to come up on some of the frontages, which is kind of early for them.
It is. And even 281, where typically the bluebonnets are great near 1604, the grasses are getting way ahead of them.
They're getting ahead of them. Also, unfortunately, we've seen a lot of bastard cabbage along the frontage roads in San Antonio. And oh my gosh, we saw scads of it off of Highway 90 on the way to Castroville.
There are fields of the bastard cabbage.
An ocean of yellow, guys. It's really bad. Okay, so into the hill country. Haven't heard anything much about Bernie. Haven't heard anything much about Kerrville. Not much about Fredericksburg. We kind of think that the way it's going to go this year is, you know, kind of draw a line in this area. They got the rainfall in the fall and stuff. And hopefully Mason will come in. Mason will come in nicely because Kathy and I have been itching to get to Mason and find those ruins that we keep seeing pictures about. And then I'll need help on the pronunciation of this town, but Pontotoc, don't know if I'm saying it right. So those of you in the Llano, Upper Hill Country area, please send me a shout out and correct my pronunciation. I'd appreciate it. And then we are really looking forward to getting to the Kingsland area and Marble Falls. And today, as soon as I'm done with this broadcast, I am on my way to Muleshoe Bend and Turkey Bend in the Spicewood area of the hill country to check in on that. We got a photo from Scott Landry. Thank you so much, Scott. Send us a photo. It looks really sweet out there, guys. Plenty of baby bluebonnets. Once we get on the field, we'll give a predicted peak, but woo, unless that was just a small section of the field, Kathy. Oh my gosh, that put a skip in my step and a smile on my face. Dang, that looked nice. Don't forget, burn it. Burnett Bluebonnet Festival, second weekend of April, same weekend as Chapel Hill. So decisions. You guys got to decide which way to go. And I bet you they're going to wait until we've gone through the hill country next week to make that decision.
Probably.
And we're hearing nice things about Highway 16 between Llano and Fredericksburg, and also FM 2323. Let's see, I think that FM is this one. 2323 through between Fredericksburg and Llano as well. It just drives me nuts how far I have to zoom in to see the FM numbers. And then they all go scattered on me. There we go. There's 2323. It was what I thought it was. Guys, if you've never been on FM 2323 when the bluebonnets are blooming all along the roadside, I had one follower 1 year describe it to me on his motorcycle. He said it was like a kaleidoscope of colors whizzing past. And he just sort of looked forward and he blurred his eyes. You know how you do that? You make your eyes go a little cross-eyed. And he said it was gorgeous. Don't know if it's at that condition yet, but there's potential for it along those areas. Okay, so we're also hearing that the Georgetown Round Rock area, which I would hope would include Pflugerville, Georgetown Round Rock area, sounds like you guys are blooming too. So hit the road, start driving your communities and finding bluebonnet fields. I would think that Old Settlers Park off of Highway 79 next to the Dell Diamond should be doing nicely in the next week or two, because we did get pictures of blooms in that area. But we did see a drone video on YouTube. Oh, actually, the person shared it to our page. We need to share it out. Of Brushy Creek Park off of Palmer Lane in Cedar Park. So let me get up there. So Brushy Creek Park, it's right about in this area here where there's water. It's just past the Avery Ranch Boulevard and all that stuff for those of you in the Austin area. So I think that park is right here in this green area. They're blooming. It's a great kid-friendly, pet-friendly place to go to get those in the bluebonnet shots. And it was a really cool drone video. We'll try sharing it on the Facebook page later on. And then also for those of you in the Austin Cedar Park area, if you're looking for bevo in the bluebonnets, there is a field, and I don't know exactly the location when I'm looking at the map. There is a field with, I do know it is between 1431 and 29. It's kind of in this area right here, I think. There is a field on the right-hand side, which means the east side of the road on Ronald Reagan Boulevard, where there is a pasture with about 2 or 3 big longhorns. And you guys go out there, you'll get pictures of the longhorns and the bluebonnets as long as they're still there. The land's been for sale the last couple of seasons. So hopefully they haven't sold the land and the longhorns are still there. All right, Kathy, you know of any hill country stuff?
I think we've covered pretty much. I'm looking forward to checking out Llano.
Yeah.
Llano. Now, don't forget either, the big OMG field had longhorns in it.
Oh, yeah. That triple OMG field southwest of San Antonio, the one at Natalia that we spoke about earlier, that had longhorns in it. It had stock tanks. It had old scraggly live oak trees that looked gorgeous in the bluebonnets. And it also had a Palomino horse there too with other horses. So there's a lot of photographic opportunities at that field. And it's fenced, y'all, so you're not going to get in it. I am a little confused. I had a comment on Instagram that they wish that they would have been told it was fenced. And it's like, wow, you didn't appreciate the video and the location details, but somehow, I was supposed to also mention to you that it was fenced. So go on the assumption, everyone, go on the assumption that all bluebonnet fields in Texas are fenced until you find out otherwise. And if you don't know, ask, see if someone answers. Or when we make the videos and it is unfenced, we don't encourage trespassing on private property. But if we call it kid or pet friendly, it means you can get in it. So just go on the assumption it's fenced. But also in Marble Falls, north of Marble Falls on Highway 281, I heard that the quote unquote Bluebonnet house, that old stone rustic house, has got bluebonnets blooming, starting to bloom. So I'll check on it tonight.
Oh, great.
And so I'll definitely be going to Muleshoe Bend and Turkey Bend parks. And then I'll check on that Bluebonnet house on 281 because that's the way I'm going north today. All right. So Waco area. The only thing I've really heard about the Waco area, Belton Temple, Colleen. I haven't heard anything about anything blooming except in my mom's front yard in Belton. Hers are starting to bloom, so that means the rest of y'all should start blooming pretty soon. She lives in the country, so they are country bluebonnets. So if they're blooming, everyone else should be starting up. Key places in Temple, Adams Avenue and Apache Drive, next to those Western Hills apartments. And if they're still called that, that's from back in the day. Huge bluebonnet field. It was Indian paintbrushes last year, but that's a good place to go. It's unfenced. It's a good place to go to get those in the bluebonnet pictures. Also, we always hear about the Stillhouse Hollow Dam field, and we have never found it. So those of you in Belton and Colleen, and you know that field, will you please chime in and tell us where that thing's at? It's either too early when I get there, or it's down some secret road. I do not know. My old stomping grounds is Lake Belton, so I don't know too much about Stillhouse Hollow except for where the dam and the dam park is. And I didn't mean that as a cuss word. I meant that as the DAM park. And then in the Colleen area, there's always Stan Schluter Loop as well. Although I get a lot of people send me pictures of bluebonnets on Fort Hood, but I don't know where they're telling me. Must be out in the firing ranges. I don't know. Okay, in Waco, we haven't heard anything. I would highly suggest Waco people travel Highway 84 between Waco and Mahia, not Mexia, but Mahia. And then also travel the Highway 31 corridor between Corsicana. Those of you that are more adventurous like us, I would travel this little road right here and see if anything pops up in the middle where it's a real desolate, isolated area. I am going to try that out in a couple of weeks because I think there's some bluebonnets in there. It was a really nice place. But anyhow, for those of you who are, let's see if I can find Lake Whitney on this map. I think is that near? Oh, there we go. Meridian State Park. Don't know where it is on the map. I would think it's that green area right there, but I'm not sure. I got a picture today. Bluebonnets blooming there. So those of you Hillsboro, Hico people, also got a report. Brownwood bluebonnets are doing really nice. Someone send me a report for Brownwood. I don't know where to get Brownwood bluebonnets, but they're doing real nice. I saw that. But anyhow, at Meridian State Park, saw a picture of, get this, Kathy, pink Indian paintbrushes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Not only are they coral, but they do have, and you know what? It's kind of a fluorescent looking pink.
Oh, it's like beautiful.
I've had someone send me a photograph of them before, and I thought they had just changed the color on the paintbrushes. So they really do exist. I didn't know that. If you are on Facebook, go check the Facebook page, and there's a photograph that I shared there of those. Or, now I can tell the people that watch us on the website, just go to our Facebook feed page, and hopefully they're still there because it updates every 45 updates every 30 minutes. So it might have gone off the page. That's too bad. Anyhow, so Fort Worth people, oh my gosh, y'all are always asking me. So someone told me that 820 on the, they went down 820 south or something like that. I do not know the highway system in Fort Worth, so I'm doing this at the seat of my pants. But something about 820 south, and then they were on 30 going into Arlington. So maybe they did that. I think that's what they did. And they saw bluebonnets along that way. Nothing that you can stop and get pictures, but that tells you that the Fort Worth, Dallas area is starting to bloom. Early blooming, but it's starting to bloom. We did see a report through NBC DFW that Cedar Hill, I think it's Cedar Hill State Park, their bluebonnets are starting to come in. So guys, the bluebonnets in Cedar Hill State Park are kid and maybe pet friendly. Call this park ahead of time for pet friendly. But they have a hill that has bluebonnets, and they also have a field that you have to hike into. Another place to try is the 408 Spur. Oh my gosh, that's a dangerous place, but everyone pulls off and gets up on the slopes, the big tall hillsides, and takes pictures there. High speed area, be extremely careful. We are not encouraging this as a kid friendly area. but people are doing it. Also got a report from our friend Elizabeth Alexander of Eli's Alex Photography. I hope that's how she pronounces it. I never have known how to pronounce it. The J.C. Penney field in Plano, that she was instrumental in fundraising to get seeded, is now blooming. And I believe it's on Corporate Headquarters Road. Go to our past, and I think it's somewhere. Okay, I can't find it on the map now. Those of you in that area, you know where that J.C. Penney corporate headquarters is, somewhere at an interchange. But anyhow, it's starting to bloom. So Google it and you'll find out. Okay, so let's back out of here. Oh, another great bluebonnet field I'd love to have a report on is what I call Bluebonnet Hill. Kathy, it is this huge field of this hill of bluebonnets. You know the picture where the girls, those of you that are on the website, that the girls are jumping up in the air in a bluebonnet field?
Yeah,
and it was our opening of the season post. It says, can't wait. It was photographed at that hill. So in that hill is between, and I need help on pronunciation on this one too. I'm going to say Saxe or Saxe. Someone I think taught me how to say it and I forgot. And Wiley. It's kind of more like in this area, I think, but I could be wrong. So anyhow, Dallas Fort Worth people, it is time to get in the car and do scouting trips. I wouldn't dress the kids up yet unless you're willing to take any bluebonnet field. I don't think it's a dress the kids up, get them washed, cut their hair, put that white shirt on and those blue jeans and the good Sunday boots. But it's definitely one of those, okay, start keeping your eyes out and find out, okay, where's the field? I'm going to take the kids to go get the bluebonnet pictures, okay? All y'all asking for Ennis. We were on the phone. Kathy, did I not call Ennis up and personally speak to them?
You did.
Yes, to find out what's going on. All right, Ennis is telling everybody, stay home right now. It's still too early. But if you have got company that just has to go see the bluebonnets, then the only fields, the only roads they're having you drive right now are the north roads. The pattern has changed. So you guys make sure you stop by the visitor center, get a map. And what they do every year, get this, Kathy, this is how much Ennis loves their bluebonnets. They work really, really hard on their annual bluebonnet trails, which you drive the roads and they're mostly drive-by fields. So don't think you're going to be frolicking in the bluebonnet fields, although there's a few key places along the roads that you can stop and get pictures in the bluebonnet fields because of people who are instrumental with that program, okay? That, you know, people need to appreciate what Ennis does so you guys can get into the bluebonnet fields. Anyhow, every year they drive the trails, they drive their roads, and they decide, okay, this road is better if it's approached from this direction. So every year, not only do the roads, like the trails they make, like the direction and the route, it changes every year. It changes week by week, depending upon the bloom, and they'll change the directions of what mostly you typically take those roads and stuff, because the bloom will be much prettier, say, coming from the east rather than the west. So always make sure you either go to Ennis's website, visit ennis.org, and Ennis is spelled E-N-N-I-S, and you can download the map from them there or stop by the visitor center and see them. They're always happy to talk with people. They
also have a Facebook page, don't they?
They also have a Facebook page. Whether or not you can get that map off of there, I'm unsure, but you definitely can go. It's the Ennis Convention. Ennis Convention and Visitors Bureau is the name of their Facebook page. Oh, they also have the Ennis Bluebonnet Trails Facebook page as well. So definitely check that out. Anybody further north of Dallas Fort Worth, I have not heard any bluebonnet reports for. Also, Southern Oklahoma people, I'm hoping to start hearing from you guys as well. Damon Lane, if you're watching again, from Coco Channel 5, ABC affiliate in Oklahoma City. Definitely let us know. Give us a shout out how bluebonnets are doing in the southern parts of Oklahoma, and if they make their way to Oklahoma City as well.
That'd be pretty amazing.
Those of you in the Abilene area, I always feel for y'all because I don't know what to tell y'all, except I guess this year I'd tell you Brownwood. And then also there is a little town by the name of Buffalo Gap, is somewhere in the Abilene area. There's a cemetery called Buffalo Gap Cemetery. A couple of seasons ago, we had reports of bluebonnets in that cemetery. That's all I know to tell y'all. East Texas people, I'd say go to Ennis when Ennis is ready to go. Oh, by the way, Ennis is predicting peak the end of the 3rd week of April, okay? And their Bluebonnet Festival is the weekend of April 17th and 18th. So if you want to mix in bluebonnets with a lot of fun, kind of like a street fair, bands and a lot of booths and things like that, that's a great time to go. So East Texas people, I usually recommend that you go to Ennis. All right. I think that's pretty much it. Gosh, I'm worn out. I'm tired. That was a lot to say at the top of my head. So I hope you all appreciated it. And we're going to come back on. Oh, one thing I needed to show you guys how to approach the website. The website is broken up into different sections. When you do bluebonnetlove.com, it takes you to the front page. And what you want to do is you want to use so this will be our front page of the website. When you go to it, all right, that's the front page. That's the section that gives you lots of information about bluebonnets. But come over here to our home section, click on Bluebonnet sightings, and that will take you to the section of the sightings page, okay? And just to show you guys where our Facebook feed is, each time Kathy and I take a Bluebonnet frolic, that's our road trips, we'll do a report right here. I am behind on giving you the frolic report for the 31st of March. That's when we found the triple OMG field down by Natalia. I will try to work on that over this Easter weekend. Also, what we're doing right now is our Bluebonnet Hangouts, the Blue status update. As soon as this video is processed from YouTube, and probably this evening when I get to my mother's house, I will attempt to make this page as well. So everything will be embedded in there. And then also what I told you about earlier today, our Facebook feed now feeds into the website for those of you who do not belong to Facebook, or you have grown tired of the antics of Facebook and you don't want to really go over there. I understand. I have created a page on the website, and all you have to do is scroll through and you will see not only ours, but other people's posts to the website page as well. So here we've got people posting pictures now that I've opened it up, telling you how it was. See, and there we go. Right there. Curry Haley's telling us in Brenham, Tuesday, March 31st. That was a couple of days ago. I wouldn't say that the bluebonnets are spectacular yet. So everybody just wait. But there's a number of good fields. So just telling you everything, how it's going. So scroll through that. Also, if there's comments, like for this post right here, you can click on that and you're going to see everyone's comments. Now, guys, it is chaotic on the Facebook page, is it not, Kathy?
It is very chaotic.
There is no way for us to organize the information. It is chaotic, all right? So you have to do some work to look at this stuff, and it means clicking around. You will not break anything that is on this page, okay, unless you maliciously attack the website, which I would hope none of you know how to do that. But also, if you see something you want to share with your friends and you use other social media, there is a share button that you can share stuff from our website that's on our Facebook page to other social media channels. Oh my gosh, this is just crazy, everything we can do now. So just wanted to show you guys that. Also, this is our Texas Bluebonnet Sightings Facebook page. So keep in mind, oh, that was a picture Kathy took of the Longhorns, the stock tank in the triple OMG field outside of Natalia. Make sure you watch the video. It's on our Facebook page or on our YouTube as well. So, and also beautiful bluebonnets and Indian paintbrushes down still by Somerset and Lytle. Here is the pink. Oh my gosh, don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. Let me open it. There we go. Guys.
Oh, those are pretty.
Those, Kathy hasn't seen this yet.
Wow, no,
yeah.
Those are gorgeous.
These are pink Indian paintbrushes right next to coral Indian paintbrushes with Central Texas bluebonnets.
I don't think I've ever seen
I have never
that pink.
No, and look how tall and healthy they are. That I hope nobody goes and picks them. Don't pick any of the Indian paintbrushes at that park. That is just awesome. I'm tickled to death. If I have time, I would like to go there. I don't know if I can make it all the way out there though. But anyhow, just to show you guys. Also, Do not post pretty bluebonnet pictures to the Texas Bluebonnet Sightings Facebook page. That way you'll help me keep my sanity. Instead, come to Bluebonnet Love. We created a new Facebook page, and you can upload any pretty bluebonnet picture from any season. And as you can see, we just share those out, and they appear on our timeline. And there is a story about this one.
I haven't seen that yet.
We know who posted that one. She does a lot of reporting. So it's like, okay, what's up with the rooster? And this was her daughter. Isn't that cute? And I think that was at Telfair. So this is where we put the pretty bluebonnet photos, okay? And then just so you guys know, under Bluebonnet Love's YouTube page, this is where we've put the videos for right now of that triple OMG field. We won't show the video. I don't even know how much time we're into this, but anyhow, that's where you can see that video. So we're going to stop sharing the screen. Let me come back. All right. And I think that's about it. I am talked out. I'm tired. You can hear it in my voice. I still have several hours to drive through the Texas Hill Country. See, I'm stumbling over my own words. You got any last things to say?
Can't wait for your report.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll be meeting up Monday.
Yes.
Get back together
in the Hill Country.
Spend all next week traveling around looking for
just to let you guys know, we will be going quiet over the Easter weekend. So don't expect real-time reports from us. I'm going back home to visit and spend Easter weekend with my mother. Kathy has her own family obligations, so we're coming off the road for Easter weekend. If we just happen to be on the laptops and things like that, we might share a few things out, but do not get upset with us because we're not telling you guys about bluebonnets. That's why we did this hangout, Bloom status update at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so you guys would have it to plan your weekend. If you can make it southwest of San Antonio, do it. It is worth the airfare. I don't care where you live. Fly down and see these bluebonnets if you've ever wanted to see Texas wildflowers at its best. We have a feeling that the rest of the state will be shaping up pretty nicely as well. It's been a late season, and that means it's going to go all the way into May. So we got a lot of bluebonnets to be looking at, okay? I don't think there's anything more to say except that on Monday, we will then come into the Texas Hill Country to do a scouting trip for a company that's hired us as location scouts for a film. Then on Tuesday, we will be going back to southwest of San Antonio for that film crew to get private access onto some land that we did some deals with the landowners, and they will be shooting their footage in the triple OMG field. So they've agreed that they can share some of the footage with us. It's going to be drone footage too. Yeah. Can't wait.
We're both pretty good. Okay. We're both pretty geeked out.
Yeah, we're geeked out about drones. So one day we will have our own drone. So if we sell enough t-shirts, don't forget, we're selling our t-shirts. bluebonnetlove.co to get your bluebonnet t-shirts. If we have provided you valuable service throughout the years, please show us some love. I got to get back home to the day job, and I need the money for the airfare. Plus, portion of the proceeds benefit our nonprofit Forever Bluebonnets, dedicated to conserving, restoring, and creating publicly accessible Texas bluebonnet fields. Yes. Okay. So Tuesday we'll be back in southwest of San Antonio, probably tweeting out and Instagramming all the stuff behind the scenes. That's really cool. And then we're taking that film crew back up into the Hill Country, Muleshoe Bend, and hopefully Turkey Bend, and then other areas in the Texas Hill Country for about 2 to 3 days. Then we'll be on the road. Well, we're going to be taking them to the bluebonnet field, so we're going to be reporting on those. And then they go off somewhere else in Texas to get other shots that they need for their project. And then we will be spending the rest of the time in the Texas Hill Country. And I fly back to the day job on Sunday, April 12th. Yeah, April 12th. And then I will be flying into the DFW area for April 16th through April 19th, reporting on Ennis. It will be early then. So I'll be telling you guys which fields to watch for, okay? And Kathy won't be riding my shotgun. Another Kathy will be, but she won't be helping me out. She's just along for the ride. She's a friend in DC. So, and then the following weekend, April 24th through 27th, I got a super cheap, sweet deal into DFW. God, dog, I never got such a deal to fly in. They're trying to get that route between DC, the nonstop between DC and Love Field going. Got my ticket for $54 one way.
I don't think I've ever had a $54
I've
ticket.
had a $39 one on Southwest between Chicago and Islip on Long Island, but I hadn't seen that in, God, 10 years now. Anyhow, so odds are, instead of going to Ennis that weekend, I'm going to go to Muleshoe because I'm predicting, shouldn't even say it. I'll tell you guys when I predict peak for Muleshoe. Okay. I'll tell you once I've seen it on the ground. I don't want to be made a liar out of Mother Nature again. And then Kathy and I are talking about booking more road trips since this season's going to go long. So we're just going to watch how it, and guys, like I told you in the very second hangout, cut and shoot is the theme of this season. So as we watch things blow up and we watch those sightings reports, we stop on a dime, turn around, and we do something different. So because we are on the hunt for triple and quadruple OMG fields, because we like those. God, I'm happy about Muleshoe. I mean, I'm psyched.
That's one I'm waiting to hear your report.
We even talked about sleeping in the Bluebonnets there. Like I said, should I get a campground? I shouldn't say that. Y'all gonna beat me there. We should get online and make a campground reservation for that park. And she's like, I'll sleep in the car. And I'm like, same here, man. Get some sunrise, sunset shots. Oh, awesome field. I think that's it. Shout out. You guys have a great time. I think that's all I got to say because I got to hit the road.
So everybody have a great Easter.
Yeah, have a great Easter. Yeah, I forgot. It's Easter coming up.
We'll meet up again, and you'll start hearing us report come Monday.
Yeah, sounds good. You guys have a great weekend, and get out in the fields.